Hey there guys, I'm here with my NXT Halloween Havoc predictions. This event is going to be a 2-night show. And I have told you guys multiple times, NXT is the best wrestling product right now. SmackDown is up there. Sometimes SmackDown can have a banger show, but NXT almost every single week has an amazing show. And they just keep getting better and better because they're putting big names on there like Becky Lynch. WWE has a bright future because there is so much talent down in NXT that could easily be stars on the main roster. So I'm super excited for this premium live event, and let's get into my predictions. This next match could be an amazing match. This match could be an absolute banger. This is Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship, or as some would say, the Irish Battle. Lyra Valkyria is an amazing in-ring performer. She had a great match with Rhea Ripley. Almost every single match I've seen her in, she's done a great job. Usually she even puts on good matches with the bottom tier wrestlers, the less talented in-ring wrestlers, because she carries them so well. And pairing her up with someone at the likes of Becky Lynch, wow, this could be great. But for who I think will win, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch. But would I have a problem if Becky Lynch lost? No, because I would love to see Lyra Valkyria get that amazing push. And what a better way to start off a title reign than beating Becky Lynch, one of the best women wrestlers doing it today. And so it just does not seem realistic for Lyra Valkyria to beat Becky Lynch. I believe somebody at the likes of Jade Cargill would be the best to take down Becky Lynch, or just somebody else that may seem a little realistic. So I'm locking in my prediction of Becky Lynch to win this match. Okay, so the next match is for the NXT Tag Team Championships. This is Tony D'Angelo and Stacks versus Chase U. And I'm going to be biased. I don't like Stacks and Tony D'Angelo, and I am a huge Chase U fan. One of the main aspects of being a good wrestler is entertainment anymore, and Chase U gets that done. They're extremely entertaining, and to be honest, Tony D'Angelo and Stacks are not for me. Some people love them, and that's perfectly fine, but the gimmick's not for me, and I believe that the scenes that they have are just so stupid sometimes, and nothing that I want to see on my TV. And the NXT Tag Team division has been struggling for a little bit now, and Chase U is literally the best thing going in the tag team division, so why not give them the titles? Because Tony D'Angelo and Stacks did not help the tag team division. And so I'm going to lock in my prediction of my boys, Chase U, taking the win. Next up, we got the Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal Lights Out match between Gigi Dolan and Blair Davenport. This is going to take place on night 1 of Halloween Havoc. And I saw some people saying they didn't like the idea of the Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal, spinning the wheel. I thought it was cool. I thought it was very cool. A great way to kind of figure out how they want to do the match. And we know that Gigi Dolan, she can put on a great match. Blair Davenport, she can put on a great match. And they both definitely can put on a great story to get to a match. And so I see this match being great. But out of these two, currently Gigi Dolan I see as more of a main roster competitor. I see her being called up to the main roster pretty soon. She has really proved herself to be a great performer and a great storyteller. And so considering that she may be pulled up to the main roster soon, I'm going to give this to Gigi Dolan. Next up is another Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal match, and this one landed on the Devil's Playground match, and this is going to be between Roxanne Perez and Kiana James. This will also be a part of night 1. This one, I'm not quite as excited for as I was the first Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal match, but I still think it'll be great. And then if Shotzi gets involved, I guess that can add, even though I cannot stand Shotzi Blackheart. She is a horrible in-ring performer. I'm sorry to be so harsh about it. I just do not find her entertaining at all. But her look is very cool. But she definitely needs a lot more improvement. But she's not even a part of this match, so let's get back to who's in this match. Roxanne Perez, we know, is a great performer and could definitely put on a great match. Then we have Kiana James, and I've seen so much improvement from when the first time I saw her on my TV. She is looking great. I'm really enjoying her work, and I believe she definitely has potential. And since we haven't seen too much of Kiana yet, but she has been on TV on a weekly here recently, I see Roxanne Perez getting this win because she's definitely going to be probably one of the next women to be called up. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Roxanne, I believe there's a lot more talent in WWE rather than Roxanne. Like Tiffany Stratton, I believe she's a lot better. But yeah, Roxanne is definitely talented. So my final prediction for this match is Roxanne Perez to get the win. Next up, we got one that I'm pretty excited for because I'm a huge fan of Robert Stone, aka Robbie E, and he was a great wrestler when he went by the name of Robbie E. So I think it's cool to see him have a return to the ring, and then he's against my boy Braun Breaker. If you don't know, I'm a huge Braun Breaker fan. I believe he has the most potential in NXT. Well, him and Ilya Dragunov, they're both up there, but I believe he definitely has so much potential. I hate that WWE is holding him back right now. But he has been losing pretty often now, and it's starting to really make me mad. And if they make him lose to somebody that is playing the role of a manager, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to be so mad if he loses to a manager. And I hate to say it, but I believe he might lose. I believe that he is about to win, and then Von Wagner is going to come out and save the day for Robert Stone and take down Braun Breaker. That is definitely a possibility, and that sounds like something they would book because they seem to be liking Von Wagner. And I have nothing against Von Wagner. I believe he's a great wrestler, and he has definitely improved since the first time we saw him. And that's really all you can ask for, improvement. But Braun Breaker is already up there. He is main roster worthy. He could have a title on the main roster right now. He is so good. And it just seems like they're dropping him down the NXT card. It's like they're trying to make him look not as powerful as he was whenever he lost the title. I mean, this dude was a beast. He took down anybody that came in his path when he was NXT champion. And then you're starting just to bring him down. I mean, I can't say much more. He deserves to be on the main roster. And so I'm going to hope that Braun Breaker gets this win. Nothing against Von Wagner nor Robert Stone, but he cannot lose to a manager. Next up, I guess you could say is kind of the weak part of the card. This is the NXT Women's Breakout Semifinals. This is Carmen Petrovic versus Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan versus Ariana Grace. First off, Carmen Petrovic versus Lola Vice. I'm going to go with Lola Vice. But I have missed a few recent NXTs, so I can't really say my opinion about neither of them. And then we got Kalani Jordan versus Ariana Grace. And I have seen some of the work of Kalani Jordan, and I believe she is very impressive. And the same goes for Ariana Grace. But we have seen more from Kalani Jordan, so she needs to win this. So yeah, I'm going to go with Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice. Ilya Dragunov is one of my favorite in-ring performers, and he is great at storytelling. In-ring storytelling is phenomenal. And Carmelo Hayes is great, but I think it's about his time that he gets to go up to the main roster. And so what is a better farewell match than to go against the NXT champion Ilya Dragunov and have a banger match? Their last match had some great moments, and I believe this one, of course, can have just as much. But I don't really know what I think they're going to do with Trick Williams. I believe they should keep Trick with Carmelo. But it seemed like Trick and Carmelo has had some heat between them, and they might end up resolving that in NXT. So if they don't call him up, I believe it's probably going to end up being Trick versus Carmelo, then Carmelo will get called up. But I definitely like the two being together, and so I'm going to go with Ilya Dragunov to get this win. He hasn't had a long title reign yet, and he deserves to have a long title reign because of how talented he really is. And Ilya has been working himself up for a long time. We know he can have banger matches with Gunther and just everybody. You can never really be bored when Ilya is on the screen. And so I'm going to go with Ilya to win this match. I believe this premium live event could be absolutely awesome. It definitely has a lot of potential with a lot of star power on the card. And so I hope you all can enjoy NXT Halloween Havoc, and I'm hoping for it to be a great show, and I'll see you guys later with my Halloween Havoc review and ratings.